Hey viewers, you are watching the Savera and I am Manpreet Kaur. Major global tensions are once again in the spotlight as Russia sharply criticizes the United States, condemning recent US threats of military actions against Iran as category unacceptable. This comes amid widespread protest in Iran, a violent situation that has drawn international attention and heightened concerns over regional stability. In a strong diplomatic statement, the Russia foreign minister denounced the United States' stance on Iran, calling Washington's threat of military strikes categorically unacceptable. Moscow accused the US of engaging in what if described as external interference in Iran's internal affairs, warning that such actions could undermine global security and have far-reaching consequences. The Russian spokesperson emphasized that exploiting Iran's ongoing domestic unrest as a justification for foreign military actions would be a dangerous escalation. Moscow's comment reflects its broader strategic alliance with Iran and highlight deep geopolitical divisions between Russia and the United States. The backdrop to this diplomatic row is the nationwide protests in Iran, which have now entered their third week. These demonstrations, initially triggered by economic grievances, have grown into a broader challenge to the Iranian government's authority. Officials' figures remain limited due to an ongoing internet blackout, but independent reports suggest a significant number of casualties. Iranian authorities have been accused of using lethal force against protesters, contributing to a spiraling that tolls and mounting international concerns. In response, US President Donald Trump has publicly voiced support for the demonstrators, urging them to continue their protest and saying that help is on its way. This has in turn strained diplomatic efforts and drawn sharp critiques from Tehran and its allies. The United States has reiterated that its first choice remains diplomacy, but administration's officials have not ruled out a range of responses, indicating that Washington is prepared to consider very strong action if the Iranian government continues to crack down on the protesters. President Trump's statement have including warning to Iranian authorities about repercussions should they escalate violence further. While no formal decisions on military actions has been taken, the US stance has clearly armed Moscow, which sees such threats as a blatant attempt to influence internal development in Iran. This divergence underscores broader strategic competition and mistrust between the two global powers. Russia's condemnations comes alongside warnings from other international actors about the potential spillover effects of the escalating tensions in the Middle East. Experts caution that any military intervention could destabilize regional security, affect global energy market, and trigger wider geopolitical conflicts. Furthermore, Russia's position aligns with its long-standing foreign policy approach of opposing unilateral military actions, especially those perceived as undermining state sovereignty. Moscow's criticism also serves to reinforce its alliance with Tehran and underscores its commitment to counterbalancing US influence in the region. As the situation continues to evolve, the world watches closely. Rising protests inside Iran, hardened rhetoric between global powers, and calls for restraints from diplomatic quarters highlight how fragile the current movement has become. The questions now remain: will cooler heads prevail, or are we on the brink of a deeper confrontations in one of the world's most violent regions? Stay tuned for continuing coverage as events unfold. Do like, comment, and subscribe our channel.